Now we can see it, please.
Okay, you can see it, but let it be the full screen rather than the side one. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
I think that will be much better for the viewers. For me, it's okay this way too.
Yes, can you just go ahead while we try to sort these visuals?
Okay, while you do this, let me say, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good night here in Pakistan. I'm very pleased to join this group of professionals because of the fact that it's a very important subject, and also the important day because the UN is observing 3 days of water conference there. I shall be speaking, as you heard, on the river Indus Delta, which is in Pakistan. Indus, as many of you would know, as you can see in the picture also, is flowing the whole length of Pakistan. In fact, it travels from the high mountains of Himalayas right up to the plains, coming from the plains, goes right to the sea and falls in the ocean through its deltas. It is a journey of about 3,000 square kilometers, 3,000 kilometers journey. And in fact, 4 of the countries, which is China, India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, people are benefiting from it. And the number of people who are benefiting is around about 300 million people are benefiting from it. In fact, this is about the Indus. Now, let me move to the next slide, which is, can I change it here? Or, okay, now that was fine. I think now we move to the Indus Delta. I talked about the river. I think that Delta is one of the, in fact, is the 5th largest delta of the world. And the mangroves our friends have been talking about in Nigeria, Pakistan, this has the largest arid zone mangrove forest of the world. In fact, not only that we have these forests of mangroves, but there are a number of efforts have been done. Government of Pakistan, various governments in this century has been working and have announced and practically working on them, the water policies, the climate change policies, and the environment policies. All of this is in place. It is happening. And that's why I'm sharing with you. Now, the situation because of the climate change, as everybody has talked about, is the fact that there were 17 river creeks, but now there are only 2 active creeks in Indus Delta. Now, this shows how much impact already has taken place because of climate change, whether it is a natural one and also a man-made one. In addition to that, 2 centuries earlier, and now the area of the active delta has decreased by 93%, which is a tremendous loss to the people. And this resulted, in fact, is the world's most vulnerable delta. And about 1.2 million deltic people have already migrated from this district of Thatta, which is the delta is situated next to the Karachi, which is the capital of financial and industrial capital of Pakistan, and happen to be the first capital of country too. And delta, we need a comprehensive policy. And so you see some things that need to be done. In terms of institution, we have a number of institutions in the provinces. In the Sindh, we have Sindh Coastal Authority, and we have in the Federation, we have the Marine Oceanography Institute, and in the university, 3 universities are working on it, is the Sindh University, the Thatta campus, and Mehran University, where we have US-Pakistan Center for Advanced Studies in Water. Plus, we have Karachi University with the Institute of Marine Sciences. Local community is very organized also in terms of fisher folk. But all of this done, you have seen the floods that have taken place could have been worse if there was no Pakistan's National Disaster Management Authority, and in the province, the Provincial Disaster Management Authority, and in the district, the District Disaster Management Authority. So let me now move that while we have the challenge, this is the status. Let's see what are the challenges we are facing. Would you have the next slide, please?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have no control, otherwise I would have done it.
You have about 2 minutes remaining, so I'm gonna move to the next one.
Okay, so let me talk about the challenges. I think challenges are about the same as everybody who has talked about. And in this regard, I would say that the erosion is there. Asim has talked about, the Excellency has talked about. So I will only say same threats are there. I think go back, you will see the challenges, and there is a gap. There's one prominently, the variation in the available data, there's a gap. So there is therefore, because of the data gap, there is also research and policy gaps. Having said this, the climate change 2022 floods, everybody has talked about, and this is something I will now move because you have already moved me back very fast onto the next few slides. I would say that please last slide, go back to the last slide because that's an important one also. No, the previous one. Yes, I think stop here. Previous one. I think here the previous one. In this, you can see that IPCC had warned the countries of South Asia that this is going to happen. And here in the chart, you can see that the sea level rise was predicted, and same in Pakistan also. And in fact, the half of the world with population lives in the along the coast. And therefore, we move to the next one, say that we need to fill up these policy gaps. Having said this, it's not only for Pakistan's problem, it's the United Nations Secretary General has visited, and we are talking about the action. United Nations has the 17 goals, and I've just listed some of the goals that
Can you just quickly
while
summarize?
the World Bank is also, only last week in Pakistan, in Islamabad, they presented a country climate and development report, at which the problems were discussed and solutions were discussed also. But one of the things important came out is the Pakistan climate change minister. She very clearly pointed out that there is a gap of talking because Pakistan went into the COP27 and there they got moved and the loss and damage funding was agreed by everybody. But the question is, how much are we going to get that? And in place, actions are needed. We go to the next one. In fact,
Senator, can we please wrap it up with the final message? Because
okay,
we are
I think then I will say that we have the solutions which are very much there, and when we come to the discussions, we will have it, because to preserve, protect the people, we need those solutions. And my last chart, if you can bring it, I think that will be the final chart, and I will close into that.
Okay.
I think the way forward for us, the solutions is that we must have, there are UN conventions on law of the seas in 1982, and there are various laws. I think we must evolve this into the convention for the deltas. And in this regard, the Water Environment Forum will be working and announces and invites you to join in our efforts on the coastal area. In fact, the meetings will take place, and we'll send you the invitation, will be on the Indus Delta. There will be not in the cities far away from the Delta. Therefore, with these words, I'll say greater UN engagement is needed. Let us join hands together because the common problems are there. It is in all the regions of the world there are, and you mentioned that. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate this. Great presentation.
Okay.
Thanks.